Welcome to Expert Says, PMFBY's podcast, where we talk to technical experts on agriculture credit and crop insurance. Today we have Dr. Vijay lead remote sensing specialist, PMFBY. So, welcome to our podcast, Mr. Vijay. Why don't you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Thank you, Isha. Myself, I'm Dr. Vijay. I'm the lead remote sensing specialist in project management unit in Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. I look after technological implementation in Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana in coordination with Magalno's National Crop Focus Center and Ministry of Agriculture and Departments of Farmer Welfare.
So, Dr. Vijay, what's your favorite thing about working in remote sensing?
So, remote sensing is a fast evolving field and which has various widespread applications in different domains, including agriculture, forestry, urban, and so on. And one fascinating thing about remote sensing is it has a capability of travel back into time. As I say, travel back into time, which have good archival source of data from 1970s onwards for different parts of the country and the world. With the archived data, we can do lot many analysis on this data, and as I mentioned, which has different applications in various domains. For agriculture specific, we can extract a crop area and crop health related informations from the satellite remote sensing data, and also which provide more objective data. There is no space for manipulation as such in ground truth data and traditional surveys, which is easily manipulatable, but in the case of remote sensing data, it is more objective, and also which answers a wide range of questions such as how, when, and where. So when and where is more specific to the locations because it comes with the geo coordinates and latitude and longitude information. Which tells where actually some event have happened and when exactly it happened and how in the sense how much area which is affected or how much area it is the impact have occurred. All such informations and all crucial informations we can derive from remote sensing data.
That's so interesting to know. Can you explain your job in 30 seconds to our viewers?
Okay, that's an interesting question. So, as I mentioned, I'm the lead remote sensing specialist. I oversee and monitor various technology developments which is happening under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana scheme with Magalno's National Crop Focus Center and PMFBY team. Technological developments such as YesTech, WINS, CROPIC. YesTech is our yield estimation based on technology. I will discuss that more in detail in our further conversation. I'll explain that in more detail. Apart from this, we as a team, remote sensing team, we conduct various research and development studies which is relevant to crop insurance using remote sensing, and also we support the states who are implementing this technology-based yield estimation and PMFBY scheme on providing this capacity building activities, especially in this YesTech yield estimation based on technology. With the help of different institutions across the country, we collaborate and we provide the technical trainings on the YesTech crop yield models.
That's interesting. Can you tell our viewers what is YesTech?
So, YesTech is a yield estimation based on technology, yield estimation system based on technology, which uses geospatial technology such as remote sensing data and IoT data, UAV data for estimating the crop acreage and also the crop yield. At present, YesTech is rolled out in the year 2023, Kharif 2023 season. seven states are implementing this YesTech based yield estimation for paddy and wheat crop. And Rabi 23, there are 9 number of states started implementing, and more states have shown interest implementing YesTech based yield estimation.
So that's very interesting to know that how technology is the future. So what satellite exactly see from the space, and how does it just check the quality of crop production and the health of our crops?
So the satellites are a typical our mobile phones have a camera in which you can click a picture and you can see details about the objects. In the case of satellites, these are sensors mounted on the satellite, which is unique, which have a capability of looking beyond the red, green, blue in the normal photographs where you can see red, green, blue, which has the capability of measuring near infrared bands as well. So the infrared bands spectrum, which will provide more information about the objects. So in this case of a crop field, where it is once it is observed through the remote sensing data, where the thermal band which have sensitive to stress. So if in case of stress have occurred in the crop field because of less chlorophyll content or because of the water stress, less soil moisture, all this biophysical stress can be easily captured from remote sensing data. That's how we do the crop health assessment, where we can use different ratios or models which is developed for assessing this crop health.
Yeah. Talking about farmers and crop insurance, how does remote sensing helps our farmers in PMFBY?
So PMFBY is a technology-driven scheme, as we know already. So as I mentioned about YesTech, it is a yield estimation system based on technology where the satellite remote sensing being extensively used for crop area, crop health monitoring, and also the crop loss assessment activities. So from Kharif 23 onwards, it started implementing in a few states, and more states are showing interest. So which bring transparency, especially for in the farmers' perspective, which bring more transparency in the assessment, and also timely settlement of claims to the farmers, because once the models are well established, the assessments of crop loss comparing to traditional surveys through the satellite based technology, the assessments can happen more rapidly and more effectively.
So, Dr. Vijay, as you explained how remote sensing has been a part of crop insurance, so is there any example where it helped in detecting early loss in PMFBY?
Yes. So, as I mentioned, YesTech, it is a yield estimation based on technology which is being implemented. It is once the season is completed, it is an area-based approach where the yield estimation can happen, and based on the difference in the yield with the threshold yield, the payouts are being made. Right now, it is a 30% blended approach. That means 70% of the yields which come from our traditional crop cutting experiments, and 30% of yield estimates which come from satellite based yield estimates. So this is one case where the client settlements happen based on the yield data which is coming from the satellite technology, and the other part is to the crop loss in case of any mid-season adversity. So mid-season adversity is any sort of peril such as drought or flood which happen while the season is progressing. Crop in the field, at that time if some sudden calamity have happened in larger area, so such areas, if the crop yield may be expected to be less than 50% of the average yield, those insurance units, the states can invoke a mid-season adversity. So during such cases, the yearly crop loss assessments, we can use the satellite remote sensing technology for identifying the area, total crop shown area in the particular insurance unit, how much crop is under stress we can pinpoint the locations where actually the crop stress are happening, because most of the times if mid-season adversities are invoked, there will be disagreement between different stakeholders such as insurance companies, states. So they will move it to the for technology-based yield measurement and also technology-based area estimates. That's where satellite data plays a crucial role in yearly crop loss assessments.
That's so nice. So, Dr. Vijay, as you mentioned that we are continuously growing in the field of remote sensing. So, what do you say about the near future will be of remote sensing in crop insurance? For let's say for next 5 years.
So, PMFBY itself is a technology driven. There are different technology-based models and methodologies being imported in this scheme at different levels. So, one such is YesTech, I have already mentioned, and there is one interesting pilot study which going to be rolled out soon from the Ministry of Agriculture under PMFBY is CROPIC.
Okay.
So, CROPIC is collection of real-time observations and photographs of crops. So, in simple terms, through smartphones, the photographs of the fields are being collected at complete growth cycle. It's basically a crowdsourced information which is collected through farmers or field coordinators. They will collect and send this information through mobile application. That photo data will be used in the analytics and derive crucial information such as crop area. In case of any peril have occurred during the season, what type of peril, whether it is crop stress or lodging, that can be identified from the crop photograph, and also damage. If really any damage have happened, that also can be captured in the photo itself. So in this pilot, we wanted to standardize methodology and technology for photo-based analytics, which will bring transparency in this crop loss assessment activities along with YesTech program, which will support the YesTech in the ground truth information which is collected in the field.
I think CROPIC is a very interesting pilot project that you mentioned. I think it's going to bring lots of trust and confidence of farmers in crop insurance. Right.
In addition to that, the other technologies in near term we are looking forward is open data cubes. Many countries have such open data cube, like Australia, they have a open data cube for remote sensing data. That is missing in our country. We look forward for open data cube for Indian remote sensing satellites. We have a wide range of satellite sensors available for Earth observation and monitoring. So at present, after the geospatial policy, the ISRO have made many data open source, but we don't have the open data cube for analysis ready data for immediate for usage in timely and effective manner. That is missing. We look forward such open data cube will be made. We have proposed this in our meeting with the Department of Space as well.
So, Dr. Vijay, as an expert in remote sensing, how would you like to suggest our young audience who wants to work in remote sensing and agri insurance?
Yeah. So, as I mentioned, remote sensing is a more dynamic field and it is evolving very rapidly. So the students who are passionate about data analysis, technology and environment, they can pursue this course, and which have wide range of career developments in different domains, agriculture, forestry, urban and so on. So the main thing is the expert in remote sensing should balance out the technical skills with in which domain the skills are being applied. Should be very clear about what kind of technology and methodology should be suitable for a particular domain. In this case of crop insurance, we should be very clear about what are the technologies which are suitable and which can be scaled for crop insurance per se. And also, they should seek mentorship from the experts in this field so they can learn effectively.
That's interesting. And I would like to thank you for joining us in our expert talks. It was so great to know so many new innovations going to be happening or already in place. And it was a very wonderful conversation with you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us at an expert talks. Thank you.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you.